everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, today's July 2nd, 2021, and I am here to do a health and weight adventure update video for you guys. I know I've been out away for a little bit. I ended up staying out longer than I expected, and I'll let you guys know why. We'll talk about my hair. We'll talk about exercise. We'll talk about the goals I want for July and what I weigh today on this July 2nd. All right, so firstly, talk about the hair. Yeah, I ended up getting it cut. I went shorter. Right now, I don't have any haircut appointments scheduled or anything like that. I don't know what I want to do with my hair. If I want to just keep it short, medium, I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to go back down to being that long again. I'm not sure. But right now, I'm just enjoying this. I like it. It's just, yeah, with this heat, ugh. But to be honest, believe it or not, my hair is still long enough to be able to put it back in a full-on ponytail. You know, lower, but a full ponytail. I can still do that. And that's what I've been dealing with because it's too darn hot to even try to style it or anything. Okay, so I think that the last time I came to you guys, I'll put the video right here for you guys, just telling you guys that I was not in a good headspace. My intention was just to kind of get through Mother's Day and just I don't know, not that making YouTube videos wouldn't have allowed me to live in the moment and be in the moment of my grief and mourning, but it really was getting to a point where I was waking up every day and it was just feeling sort of heavy every day, you know? So that's what happened there. But anyway, at the end of May, actually, guys, at the end of May, I remember I got a progress report for my daughter, or was it right after Mother's Day, I think it was. Somewhere around there, I got a progress report from my daughter's school. And she was fine. She did amazing. But I remember a couple days after that, I remember asking my husband, I said, hey, you know, I haven't got anything from Evan, which is my 13-year-old. He's in middle school, 7th grade. I said, I haven't got anything. I said, you know, I haven't even heard anything. He says, okay. He proceeds to tell me that back in February, the teachers got a hold of me on my phone, and my husband was able to intercept that message. And so what he did was he called all of his teachers, got a hold of all the teachers, my son's teachers, and told them what was going on, right? What had happened and what was going on and things like that. What happened with my son is he went from a B student to an outright F student. For Zoom classes, he started to retreat, and he started to not turn on the camera, and he started to when he would turn on the camera, he would make it dark, and then he would sort of hide his face a little bit on the pillow. And with the grades being what they were, they had contacted me and stuff like that. Like I said, my husband intercepted all of that, got a hold of them, told them, please do not get a hold of my wife. This is why. Get a hold of me, and we will work with him. So in May, when I brought it up to my husband, he told me everything. At that point, my son was, his grades were coming up, and I talked to him. I said, hey, I heard about your grades. I heard about what was going on. And we just opened up. We talked about everything that he was feeling at that time and where he was at today. It was hard for him to lose his second mom. My mom was his second mom. I mean, literally, she really, really was. But not only that, it came out that him seeing me leave by ambulance in the way that I did made him realize that I could have been also my mom, you know, for him, that thought, you know. And that's what he was kind of reliving over and over and over. And we talked, we cried, we hugged. Now we are good. We are good, guys. We are really, really good. He actually improved his grades from what it was prior to, you know, us getting sick and all that. I ended up making sure my kids were okay. I ended up talking with them and just sort of making sure that, you know, we were all on the same page. You know, we are doing better than we have in a long time. We really are. And, you know, I told my kids, I go, there's still going to be some hard moments coming up, you know, when it comes to November and December and all that. It's going to be a little rough, but hopefully we'll be that much better. You know what I mean? So that's what happened there. And then I was going to come back 2 weeks ago. I was going to come back 2 weeks ago, Friday. I was going to come back, or Thursday. No, I was going to come back on a Friday 2 weeks ago. But on a Thursday, I was doing eBay here early in the morning. I was doing some eBay, and my daughter came into my room. She uses my bathroom, and she was getting ready and everything. She was going in and out of my room, and she was standing. Let me show you where she was standing. You see, see that door? That's my bathroom door. She was standing at the doorway right there. You see that white cabinet? I was standing right there at that white cabinet, and we were talking. And she was sort of standing at the doorway, looking at the mirror and just making sure her hair was good and all that while I was yapping it up with her and everything. So she finally turns around over at me, and then all of a sudden I saw what I thought she was daydreaming. You know, she kind of was daydreaming. I said, oh my gosh, this girl's daydreaming on me. She's not listening to me anymore. And then she kind of turned her face, and she kind of went up with her eyes. And I thought that was kind of weird, but then I thought, well, maybe she's just not into the conversation anymore. I'll let her finish getting dressed, let her finish doing her room and all that stuff. So I was just about ready to turn over and continue with my eBay. I mean, I was just seconds away from turning away when all of a sudden I see her looking at me like if she's like this, just death stare, like right at me. And I'm like, is she daydreaming? Like, this happened so fast though, really, really quickly. It almost looked like her eyes were dilated, to be honest with you. And then all of a sudden, again, she started kind of going up, and her eyes got really big. And then all of a sudden I saw the whites of her eyes, and she fainted, and she fell right on me. Thank God I did not walk away. I was seconds from walking away. Anyways, I'm screaming for Aaron, and then I realized Aaron is not here. He's at work, and I'm like, oh my God. So I'm thinking, where's my phone? Panicked, I basically, with her in my arm, kind of dragging her, because the way she fell on me, it wasn't like she fell on me perfect. And I'm dragging her down to the center, to the hallway, screaming, call 911, call 911. And I thought, is my son Aiden here? Now his room is right across from mine. And I mean, everything was so quick. And I thought, no, he's here, because I saw him early this morning. He hasn't left for work, because his schedule is different any given day, any given week. It's never the same. And I'm thinking, no, he's here. So I try to go to his room inside, and he had it locked. So I'm thinking, oh my God. Anyway, make this long story short, guys. Finally, he gets 911. I tried to put her on my son's bed. I could not, because of the way I was holding her. My daughter does not weigh, she weighs all but 100 pounds, like 99 point something pounds. But when you are fainted, you weigh a lot more than that. You know, it's all that weight. You're trying to put her on the bed, and I couldn't do it. Ended up putting her on the floor, and this whole entire time my daughter is out. And finally my son got a hold of 911. They're talking, they're asking questions when my daughter comes to. At that time, I did not let her get up. I did not let her move. Paramedics stayed with me for a while. Fire department left. Paramedics stayed with me, made her get up slowly from the floor. And her systolic went from 129 systolically, but when she stood up, it went from 110. It just plummeted. Paramedic wasn't too crazy about that. He's like, Mom, I'm not liking that, but they made her sit down, and they were taking her blood pressure continuously, and it was regulating itself out. Anyways, I have since got her some blood work done. I really thought she was going to be anemic, but she did not come back anemic. She has a little bit of a low vitamin D, which is common for a lot of people, but nothing to stand out that she's going through something. Really, nothing. We are waiting for they did a heart monitor on her for 24 hours. We don't know the results of that yet, but I really don't think anything's gonna come out of that. But we'll see. As of right now, we just don't know. We just don't know. The house was air conditioned. She had drank water. It's not like she was dehydrated or anything. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's kind of scary still for me. I tell her if she feels slightly dizzy or just whatever, let me know. That was about 2 weeks ago, and that's why I didn't come back sooner, because I've been kind of, dealing with a lot of those kinds of things with her and stuff like that. Then my husband went on vacation that Saturday. This happened on a Thursday, and then that Saturday my husband went on vacation, and so we were at the beach the entire time, which was really, really nice. We stayed there, and it was nice, long overdue. So let's talk about what I weigh. Let's get into the weight real quick. I think the last time that I weighed in with you guys, I was 181.4. I'm pretty sure. I'll put the exact weight that I was when I was with you if it was not 181.4 the last time I talked to you guys. I was going to start talking about weight, but I decided to come back on here before I work out, because I'm going to work out right now. It's the same day, but I decided to come on here because I sat down and I did all the weight of what I weighed while I was gone and from the last time I weighed in with you, because it would make more sense if I come on here and just kind of run it down. Also, I want to talk about two things when it comes to eating and when it comes to exercise. So the last time you did see me was April 12th when I talked about a weight, and that weight was 182.2, and that was on April 12th. All right, and then I did weigh on April 26th. I weighed in at 182. Okay, so that was a 2-ounce loss. On May 4th, I did weigh in at 181.2. That was minus 0.8 ounces. So on May 20th, I weighed in at 180.2, minus 1 pound. On May 24th, I weighed in at 178.8. That was 1.4 pound loss. On May 31st, I weighed in at 178 even. That was 8-ounce loss. Okay, and then in June 17th, I weighed in at 179.2, so I was up. On June 25th, I weighed in at 181.6, so back up, and that's a 2.4 pound gain. All right, at some point between June 25th and today's date, which is July 2nd, I weighed in, and I weighed in at 180.4, but it did not register. I did not take a picture of it, and I think I know why. My scale is probably on its last leg, and I remember it told me my weight, and then it quickly shifted to kilograms, but I was in pounds, and it's been doing that. It'll like show me kilograms as well as pounds, and I don't have it in the kilogram. Anyways, I need to get a new scale, but anyway, at some point, so I'm just gonna say June 30th, June 31st, around there, I weighed in at 180.4. And now you will see today's weigh in at 179.8, which is a 0.6 pound. So I'm in the 170s as of today. After all that said, I'm in the 170s, and this is from where we're going to go, 179.8. I've been very mindful of carbs. I've been very mindful of how much I'm eating and how late and all that good stuff and portions. And I've been very, very mindful despite all of this that's been going on. I have been. I will tell you that when I began this journey on February 15th, 2021, when I began this journey, I really told out loud to my mom that I'm dedicating a year of health to her. And that has been really, honest to goodness, the motivating factor. And I dedicated it to her because we were both in the same place. You know, we both at some point in our illness, we were in the same place, and I made it. And I just did not want to go on life and take it for granted. I had made mindfully that dedication to her for this journey. What I want to do for July is hit it really, really hard. I mean, really hard. Really be that much more mindful and that much more dedicated. I feel like I'm totally different headspace. We are good, and I want to stay on keto. I've been doing a lot of studying. Well, one of the things that happened was I was weighing myself, and I was sort of staying the same. I was sort of stumped, and I told my husband, I said, no, there's something going on. Something is going on, right? Maybe my carbs for me are too high at 75 grams, because that's where I was kind of keeping them at the time. I said, maybe that's just too high. Maybe I just need to bring them down. And so I said, you know what? I took a whole week in May to really study keto, and not like intensely, but read a little bit more. There are two doctors that I follow. I no longer follow Dr. Berg. I don't. But there are other two doctors that I follow. I'll put their names down below. And I really was like binge watching a lot of their YouTube videos, binge watching them and learning and learning and learning. And I realized that for me, I really needed to look at the labels. And a lot of the food that I thought was low carb to keto were actually not really that low in carb. I told my husband, I said, listen, when I added all of that stuff that I was eating, because I decided to go ahead and log my carbs, I realized I was a lot higher than what I thought. So it was a good thing that I started registering my carbs. I really am running carbs a lot less now. I'm kind of doing 30 grams of carbs and really pushing myself, and that's what I want to continue to do for this month of July. So as far as goal weights in terms of weight on the scale, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a number and let's see. Okay, let's see if I can get it. But I really would love to see the 175, 174 mark. Like I said, right now I'm 179.8. So 175 would be about 5 pounds for this month. I would really love to see that. And let's see if we can do it. Because remember, I still have to try on that dress. Was it a dress and something else? Pants? I don't remember, but I know it was that orange dress. I wanted to try that orange dress when I hit 172.2, around there, 172. And that's where, we need to get there. We need to get there. So we'll do that, okay? We'll aim for 175. But I really, my goal is to keep it keto-ish for the month of July with 35 grams of carbs. And yeah, so I did start yesterday, actually. I did start yesterday, which was the first. All right, as far as food as well, I want to mention as far as keto, I'm also going to be doing OMAD, continuing to do OMAD, but that's also going to be very different. I'm no longer going to be doing it every single day. It stresses out my body, makes my body believe that I'm going to starve it every single day. And so what I want to do is trick it. And so I've learned that, for me, it's not about stressing my body. So OMAD will be done twice a week, or one time a week, depending on the week. And when I do an OMAD day, I will not have my morning brew coffee. It will be a strict OMAD. I'm going to have a window of about 6 hours, maybe 4. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like 24 or 18/6. I'm not sure. But it'll be a definite, more stricter type of OMAD, and once or twice in a week. All right. Let's talk about exercise goals, exercise and the goals for exercise. Let's talk about that. These two doctors were talking about exercise, and they were talking about how exercise is not used for weight loss. And I'm like,
what? I'm like, what? Hold up.
I often heard some people say it's 80 food, 20 exercise, and some people say no, it's only food, and then some people say no, it's exercise and then food. Both of these doctors were like, if you're exercising to lose weight, stop. And so I was like, oh my goodness. So I was very intrigued. I was reading and looking at these videos. And yeah, I really do believe that I was doing it in a way that it was counterproductive. Exercise for me is not going to be about weight loss and part of the weight loss journey, but it will be to tone my muscles. It helps if you're menopausal to do a lot of muscle building for estrogen. It helps. It definitely burns calories for you all day long. Anyway, when you build muscle, you support your skeleton. When you build muscle, you just have a faster metabolism. But also working out, whether it's cardio, 3 miles, 2 miles, a mile, whatever it is, mentally it feels good because you're setting off endorphins. I'm no longer have the mentality of, oh, I'm not going to be able to work tomorrow. I didn't work out yesterday, so I need to work out today. I need to. The other thing that I'm not going to be doing any longer is, let's say before when I was doing calorie counting, and let's say I'm on a 2,000 calorie regimen on a given day. If I would do 2,600 calories that I went over, I would try to gain those calories back with exercise. So let's say, for instance, let's say my husband and I, we were going to go out to eat. I would do a double workout in a day to try to compensate for those calories that I was going to be eating. I don't count calories, don't misunderstand. I was giving you an example of how I used to do it. But let's say carbs, for instance, if you want to go there, because that's what I do count is carbs. If I'm going to go out to eat and I'm going to have my more share of carbs, I might have said recently, in the recent past, I'm going to work out twice, or I'm going to make sure I do a really long workout to compensate for all that. I'm not using exercise to try to compensate for any type of bad eating that I've done. If I eat bad, or I've gone over carbs, or I've gone over way too many calories, for just sitting all day, I'm not going to use exercise to compensate for that. I'm keeping my exercises for mental clarity, toning of my muscles, to feel good, to lower my blood pressure, to reduce any potential of diabetes, all those great benefits that you can really get from working out, because our bodies were designed to move and push it. And I will for those reasons, but for weight loss, no. And so this is what I want to really, really put to the test in the month of July. All right, so there's that part of it. I hope that all made sense, but let's just see what happens as I make videos. We'll talk more about all that. We did go to the beach. One of the things that happened, I know this video is going to be long, guys, but one of the things that happened while we were there, my daughter and I, every year that we go to the beach, every year since she was little, we would walk the shoreline, right? And I remember last year before they shut us down, we went, and I remember my daughter and I, we did our walk, and there's a marker that we try to reach every year. There's this thing where we judge everything, right? And we didn't make it last year. Well, this year, I wish we took our phone, and I'm kind of glad we didn't take our phone, but I kind of wish we did, and I'll tell you why. But my daughter and I got up, I said, ready to do our walk along the shore. And my daughter was like, yep, let's go. We headed off our typical walk, and we saw the marker, right? We were like, can we make it there this year? I'm a lot lighter. And I felt good, guys. I'm weighing on average 180, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So we headed for that point that we have always wanted to make, but we never have, and we made it this year. We made it this year. Here's the thing, I remember when we first started, my watch said to me, you're exercising, do you want me to clock you? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this. So, I hit, yeah. So, we walked back. When we got back to our spot, my daughter goes, I need to go to the restroom. I said, okay. So I got my backpack, because in my backpack I have the soap to wash our hands, I have extra toilet paper, and I have Clorox wipes, right? So put my backpack on, we walked towards the bathroom, totally forgot about my watch. Totally forgot that we were being recorded still. It was clocking me, right? And then we went to the car, because it was just right there, got a water, came back, we headed back to our spot. When we got to our spot, I laid on the blanket, and my phone went voop, voop, right? So I looked, and it said, are you done working out? And I went, oh, it was clocking me this whole entire time. It clocked us at 1 hour and 8 minutes. We did really, really good. So I told my daughter, because we do plan to go back this month, we're going to go back. I told my daughter, let's go further out. And she's like, yeah, we'll take our phone this time. The reason why, I remember we were walking off towards the shoreline to get ready, and I go, oh, I didn't bring my phone. My daughter goes, oh, I didn't bring my phone either. I go, you know what? Let's just go without phones. Let's just enjoy it, right? That's why I'll make sure next time that I take my phone. All right, my friends, that is it. I think I've covered everything. I think I've talked long enough, talked about my hair, talked about the way I'm approaching exercise. I've talked about what I'm going to do for July, some goals, some weight goals. We'll see. But I would love to see 175, 174, hopefully. That would be nice. I will be coming on for this month of July. Let's try it once a week for this month. And like I said, one of the things that keeps me going strong is my mom and the dedication to health. Because I just do not want to take for granted that I made it, and I want her to see from above that I'm not taking it for granted, and that I am working on this health of mine, and stress is going to be key. I told my husband, I don't want to stress. One of the other things before I let you go is I've been really, really reading a lot of things about God, about Jesus, and things that nourish my soul. And I will tell you, reading these types of books and these types of materials is helping me feel good every day. It's like you're feeding the soul, you know? And that's another thing I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do. All right, my friends, that is it. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care, be safe, and let me know how your health adventure is doing. I think I'm doing pretty good. I am really nurturing myself. In other words, I am really telling myself, you're doing a heck of a job, Laura. You're doing really, really good. And I feel it. So anyways, my friends, that is it. Take care.